I still love what I do. We make snacks. I mean, how much better could it be?
Barry Levin is the Snak King.
He is the king. Absolutely the king.
I remember going to my first Snaxpo and seeing the equipment and seeing all the opportunities and kind of created my wish list, my vision of things that I was hoping that we could acquire down the road. It was incredible. I'm deeply humbled and grateful to receive this award of Circle of Honor. My first business, entrepreneurial venture, was selling avocados. I would pick the avocados after school, put them in a bag, climb down the tree, stand on the corner and sell them for 25 cents a piece. Growing up in Southern California, my father and uncle had a master distributing company where they would buy things in bulk like truckloads of orange juice and then sell them by the case to independent distributors who would then sell those to restaurants, bars, and liquor stores. I grew up in that business, working in his warehouse, driving forklifts, driving trucks. I've just always been a worker since I was young. At 21, I thought that would be very cool to run a company. Although I did not know what pork rinds were, nor did I eat them, I came back to our little 1,200 square foot facility where it was myself, two packers, Josefina and Kuka, a fryer that was older than me, and a packaging machine that was about the same age. One of our customers, one of the regional snack food companies, said, "Can you make popcorn?" Being the opportunistic entrepreneurial person that I was, he said, "Of course we can make popcorn." Went back to the office and started doing research about how to make popcorn. We ended up buying the best equipment we could afford, using the best cheese, the best oil, and the best popcorn kernels. But the product we put in the bag was terrible. After attending one of the snack food conferences, I met George Brown of Wyandotte, who had offered graciously to call him if I ever had any problems or questions. As I walked him through the process, he said, "Barry, you're packaging the product too quickly. You're trapping the moisture inside the bag, so the product's chewy." We slowed down the process. The product instantly became fabulous. And it was one of those moments where I knew I had to remain a member of the Snack Food Association and continue to increase my network of knowing people that I could rely on, and hopefully I could help them someday. In 1994, we moved to City of Industry and thought we would never, ever outgrow. Going from 1,200 square feet to 50,000 feet to 135,000 square feet, we thought that would be enough space for forever. In 2004, I was on an airplane flying to Las Vegas for a convention. Got off the plane and my cell phone was exploding with messages. I called back to the plant and learned that our roof had collapsed. "Is everybody okay? Did anybody get hurt?" And I was assured no one got hurt. We're out of business. You need to come back and see for yourself what's happened. I remember driving down the street, the helicopters, the fire engines, the water pouring down the street. It was shocking. I couldn't believe what I saw. No one was hurt or injured, so we were very, very, very fortunate. But what it did do was put us out of business. There was no question we had to rebuild. But it took 3 years to rebuild. It was a long, long process. I'd never been in a lawsuit before. We had to go after our insurance company to pay us the monies we were entitled to. We were leaning on suppliers, extending our terms with the bank. Many of the suppliers of the Snack Food Association were incredible. Literally, I called the day after the roof collapse to Eaton Control and spoke to Jeff Allman and said, "Jeff, we're in trouble."
What I remember about the call was how calm, cool, and collected he was, and most importantly, determined to get back into business as quickly as possible. And we were able to get 2 systems on site within 12 days. There was no one in our supply chain that hesitated, and that's what I really love about the snack industry.
What I recall is Barry and his team working through it with tremendous professionalism and resolve.
The amazing thing is within 2 weeks after the accident, the team had us back up and running. We were able to start from scratch. with a properly designed production plant, with a lot more capacity, brand new equipment, state-of-the-art stuff. Even though it could have put us out of business, we came out of the situation, being really strong. We had really one of the nicest plants in the country afterwards.
It was kind of a new beginning for us.
We're talking about millions of pounds a year, hundreds of thousands of packages daily.
Barry is a very good leader. He comes to the floor and he talks to all the supervisors, the people on the floor.
Oh, Barry? I know him personally. Every single time he comes, he makes it a mission to come talk to me.
That's the reason why I really enjoy working for Snak King. I've never worked at a company where the actual owner takes out the time to come and meet us.
Barry goes to every trade show, and he's never met a stranger. He is so engaging. He would come to every booth and he eats everyone's snacks, and he gathers snacks and he brings them back, and then he makes everyone at the company eat the snacks and talk about the snacks.
When he walks into a group of people, he just lights up, and the passion is there, and it's amazing how the people get so invigorated when they're around Barry.
I think there are a lot of parallels between everything I do in life, whether it's the athletic adventures or business. It's a matter of having a goal, creating a plan to achieve that goal, and executing it.
Sometimes I see him working 11 p.m., 2 a.m. in the morning, 6 a.m. the next day. He doesn't stop working, and he listens. That's one of the things he does, is just listen to anybody in the company.
And he will come to us and ask us our opinions, and it's really makes you feel like you're part of the team, part of the family. Someday I'll be retired and it'll be hard to, not come here every day.
Many of the people we have working here have been here for decades and decades. I get joy when I see them pull up in a new car in the parking lot, or I hear that they bought a house, that their child who wasn't born when they started working here is now in college or graduating or married. That gives me comfort to know that we're providing a place for people to grow and support their families.
When I came here to the United States, so I was 17 years old. I came from Mexico City. He trabajado por tantos años con esta compañía, con Snak King, operador, de empacador, de supervisor. Y hasta este momento, ahorita me estoy convirtiendo en un técnico en programación, gracias a Dios. Así que he tenido yo la fortuna de trabajar en esta compañía para poder sostener mi familia y cumplir mi sueño americano.
I think SNAC International has done a fabulous job of staying relevant, not just to our industry, but to the world. And members of our company have stayed involved because we believe in what they do. I recall reading about other member companies having a fire or having some disaster and feeling that pain that they felt, and always reached out to see what I could do to assist. And when our roof collapsed, those people all called and offered assistance. There was a lot of comfort in that. It wasn't, we're going to drive a competitor out of business. It was, what can we do to help you? We have a responsibility to our companies, but we also have a responsibility to each other as members of an industry, because if somebody makes bad product, it hurts us all. So that camaraderie and that friendship is really felt. We compete, but we work together at the same time to make sure that we're all putting out good quality products.
People like Barry are the backbone of the American economy, willing to risk capital, start a business, go out into the unknown. And I think of all the people we employ that have done well, and it wouldn't have happened if someone didn't have the guts to go start something.
Barry is really the Snak King, and I am so happy that he is receiving this award. It's people like Barry that really make things happen, that inspire others and create jobs and opportunity for people like me.
We've made a lot of mistakes along the way. Because I didn't have experience in the industry, I think it actually helped. If I were to look back at some of the things we did, knowing what I know today, I probably wouldn't have done them. But the blind ignorance made me try it. And those things that we tried, I think, have helped us become who we are. I think there's a bright road ahead for us, and the journey is a fun one.